Hello, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Passion Influencer Africa channel. It's a wonderful morning. It's a bit cold, but I believe weather is just part of it. Weather is just what keeps us in motion and what keeps us active. So we want to take today this opportunity to discuss man's function in the universe, or man's function in creation. And we're always told man are the co-creators of the universe. That man have a very special function in the act of creation. And it's a mystery to us. And today we want to go one step deeper. As we go through the transformational process, we want to go through one step deeper to understand what those words mean. And today forced us to go to a different book discussing about brainwaves. Brainwaves typically determines the state of mind. The state of mind determines our thoughts, our feelings, and why are we understanding it? We are understanding it because we want to have control of it. You know, before you understand something, before you understand how a motor runs, you really not have control. But the very moment you understand how it runs, then it gives you full command, full control. And probably that is what this whole project is all about. It is about tasking ourselves to understand our function, why we are created, why are we here? Because the very moment you define why we are here, you define roughly, therefore, what is your purpose? And to what extent can you influence the outcome of your daily activities to meet your purpose? But because I believe if you can't influence any of that, then it's a wrong place to be. But if you take time and understand that, then that's the right place. You will be having a part to play, and we believe we all have a part to play because that's life. So today we are going to start on the brainwave, brainwaves, in order to understand how our feelings and emotions affect us. And just reading from a script that we are having, they say brainwaves are produced by synchronized electrical pulses from masses of neurons communicating with each other. That there are a mass of neurons in our brains which communicate with each other. As they communicate with each other in a synchronized electrical pulses, and then these masses make waves, and that is called brainwaves. It says again, the document says again, that brainwaves are detected using sensors placed on the scalp. They are divided into bandwidths to describe their functions, but at best thought of as continuous spectrum of consciousness from slow, loud functional to fast, subtle, and complex. It is a handy analogy to think of brainwaves as musical notes, low frequency relating to things like drum beat and so on, and with higher frequency which relates now to things like flutes, whistle, and so on. Like a symphony, the higher and lower frequencies link and cohere with each other throughout the harmonics. All the whistle, the drum, the whistle, the drums, all have their part. The horn, all have their part in creation of harmonics. Brainwave speed is measured in a measurement mode called Hertz, cycles per second, and they're divided into bands dedicating slow, medium, fast waves. So to start with delta waves. Delta waves are waves which oscillate between 0.5 to 3 Hertz. Delta waves are slow, loud brain waves, low frequency and deeply perpetrating like a dream beat. They are generated in the deepest meditation and dreamless sleep. Delta waves suspend external awareness and are a source of empathy. Healing and regeneration are stimulated in this state, and that is why restorative sleep is so essential to the healing process. The delta waves is what we have started with, from 0.5 to 3 Hertz. Theta waves second class, is from 3 Hz to 8 Hz. Theta brainwaves occur mostly when we are asleep, but are also dominant in deep meditation. Theta is our gateway to learning, memory, intuition. In theta, our senses are withdrawn from the external world and focused on signals originating from within. It is that twilight state which we normally only experience fleetingly as we wake up or drift off to sleep. Remember that twilight period when you're just almost going to sleep or almost waking up? That is the theta state. At that time, your brainwaves are oscillating in the region of 3 to 8 Hz per second. It is in theta we are in a dream, vivid imagery, institution, information beyond our normal consciousness awareness. It is where we hold our stuff, our fears, trouble history, and nightmares. Believe you me, that is when you are really not yourself, but you are more of your primary self. Alpha waves is from 8 to 12 Hz. Alpha brainwaves are dominant during quietly flowing thoughts, and in some meditative states, alpha is the power of now. We always talk of alpha mind control. That is when it's the yoga state. It's when the body and the mind are communicating with one another, and unlike theta state, where the twilight zone is almost taking over from the cognitive side. In alpha state, both the twilight and the cognitive are balancing one another out. Very important for us to understand that. Alpha is the resting state for the brain. Alpha waves aid overall mental coordination, calmness, alertness, mind-body integration, and learning. From there we go to beta waves. Beta between 12 to 38 Hz, and beta can be divided basically into 3. There is the low beta, that is 12 to 15 Hz, that's the low beta. Then there's the beta, which is 15 to 22, and from 22 to 38 there's the high beta. Beta brainwaves dominate our normal waking state of consciousness when attention is directed towards cognitive tasks and the outside world. Beta is a fast activity, present when we are alert, attentive, engaged in problem solving, judgment, decision making, or focused mental activity. Beta brainwaves are further divided into 3 bands, that's we have discussed. It's highly complex thought, integrating new experiences, high anxiety or excitement, the function of excitement. Again, that is the high beta, or the high end of the beta. Continual high frequency processing is not very efficient to run the brain, as it is not very efficient to run the brain. That is, says under beta state is not a very efficient way to run the brain, because remember we are saying at the extreme end of it there is a lot of excitement, a lot of body activity and mind activity. It takes tremendous amount of energy and mental energy at that. Then you go to the extreme 38 to 42, which is gamma rays or gamma waves. And gamma brainwaves are the fastest brainwaves with high frequency like that of a flute, and relate to simultaneous processing of information from different brain areas. Gamma brainwaves pass information rapidly and quietly. The more subtle brainwave frequency, the mind has to be quiet to access gamma. Gamma was dismissed as fair brain noise, but until researchers discovered that it is highly active when in states of universal love, altruism, and the higher states, higher virtues. Gamma is also above the normal, I believe what is trying to put across is that gamma is normal above the spectrum, the normal spectrum that we look at waves when we talk of them, the normal brain activity. And therefore it closest to the statement to say that also the normal frequency of neuronal firing. Remember, we are talking of neurons. neurons that they communicate to one another. But they're saying that when it gets to gamma, the rapidness, the speed of the waves is such that it is beyond the frequency, normal frequency of neuronal firing. So it is generated. So how it is generated remains a mystery. It is speculated that gamma rhythms modulate perception and consciousness, and that a greater presence of gamma relates to expanded consciousness and spiritual emergence. What brainwaves meant to do? Our brainwaves profile and our daily activities of the world are inseparable. When our brainwaves are out of balance, there will be corresponding problems in our emotional and neurophysical health. Researchers identified brainwave patterns associated with all sorts of emotional and neurological conditions. Overarousal of certain brain areas is linked to anxiety disorders, sleep problems, nightmares, hypervigilance, impulsive behavior, anger, aggression, agitated depression, chronic nerve pain, and spasticity. Arousal in certain brain areas lead to some type of depression, attention deficit, chronic pain, and insomnia. A combination of underarousal or overarousal is seen in cases of anxiety, depression, and ADHD. So we are starting to get now the relationship between the waves and the outcomes that we have as the mental activity. The reason why we are focusing today on this discussion of waves is that we want to handle our emotions, and we know that our emotions are created by our thoughts. And let us get this clearly. The thought which springs on our mind can come from two sources. Either the creative thoughts, that is the one which comes at the instance of its origination, and the ones which are coming deep from subconscious mind, welling from memories, from fears, and so on. Most of the time, people allow themselves to spend more time on thoughts which are welling up from within. But directed thoughts which are coming from creative imagination, which has also come from the creative component, that is original direct thoughts, are always known to give the best results. Why? Because that is what we desire. That is what the outcome that we wish for. That is the outcome which we expect. So its results are by and large much better than unpredicted thoughts which come from the subconscious mind, which comes from our fears. You can imagine a kind of thought which comes from your fear. Now, if that you act on that thought, because remember, this early discussion was that each and every thought is just a seed for future activity. No thoughts will fly out of the mind and not produce an activity. The only way it cannot fail to produce an activity if we arrest it, and therefore at that moment of its fruition, we stem it off. Like you can look at a young maize and say, yes, it has grown from my shamba, but I'll time it before it germinates, before it germinates to its full. I'll chop it off and feed it to the cows. The act of having the maize has already been done and is completed. It's only the question that you have taken corrective measure in advance to stem off the fruit of or the fruit or the fruition of that tree. Similarly, on thinking, the very act that we sit down with a thought in our laps, that is already a thought. It flies out. It's likely to grow out, and it goes out there to be germinated, to grow out, to grow and breed into a full thought, and to breed into a full result, an activity or a manifestation. Now, our task could simply to work with it backwards and stop it or stem it or destroy its fruition. It's like you send out a missile, and you realize that it's a wrong missile, it's not going to achieve the desired objective. So what do? You send an anti-missile missile to go and intercept it before it gets to this destination.